2026 major rainy season. Across southern Ghana, we expect it to be normal to slightly earlier than usual in most areas. Rains are projected to begin from the third week of February 2026, that's this week. Rains are expected to begin this week across large parts of the transition zone, our forest zone, and our coastal zone. I told you, imagine that the screen is behind me. So the transition zone, forest zone, and coastal zone. However, some locations are expected to experience a delayed onset, with the start of consistent rainfall occurring in early March 2026. These locations include Sunyani, Takwa, Dunkwao, Abetifi, Asamankesi, Akuse, Akimoda, Ho, Salt Pond, Axim, and surrounding communities. So farmers and residents in these areas are advised to wait for sustained rainfall before planting or making major seasonal decisions. During the March to May 2026 season or period, cumulative rainfall is expected to be below normal in parts, my slides are now showing up, in parts of the southwestern sector and the eastern coastal belt. Areas likely to experience reduced rainfall during this period include Doma, Sunyani, Mim, Goso, Cape Coast, Salt Pond, Accra, and Tema. No ni, no, bad delay few. In contrast, most other parts of southern Ghana are expected to receive rainfall amounts that are normal or slightly above normal. This early season rainfall pattern suggests that some areas may experience moisture stress at the beginning of the season. Now, for the April to June 2026 period, rainfall conditions are expected to improve significantly. Above normal rainfall is projected along the east coast and adjoining inland areas, including Cape Coast, Salt Pond, Accra, Tema, Asamankesi, Akimoda, Akimoda is not there, Akimoda, Koforidua, and Kede. The forest zones, transition zone, and northern parts of the country are also expected to experience rainfall totals within the normal to above normal range. This shift indicates a higher likelihood of intense rainfall events later in the season, particularly in urban and low-lying areas. Take this seriously as a critical forecast if you are in any of those affected areas by GMET. And I'm sure that we're sharing this information as well with NADMO, so that NADMO can begin prior planning for those areas. Now, dry spells during the 2026 major rainy season. There are some dry spells expected to occur within the rainy season and may affect agriculture, water availability, and fire risk in some areas. Two significant dry spell periods are projected during the 2026 major rainy season. The first dry spell will start in March to April 2026. Atebubu and its surrounding areas are likely to experience the shortest dry spell, lasting about 6 days. Across most parts of the forest zone, dry spells of around 7 days are expected, while Takwa may experience dry spells lasting up to 10 days. Along the coast, particularly in Accra, Tema, Adan, and Akachi, and once you said Tema and Adan, that means Ningu and Prampram is part. Longer dry spells ranging from 9 to 15 days are expected. These extended dry periods may affect early crop establishment and water availability. So to the pepper farmers in Salifu's hometown in Adan and those in Prampram, we have to be minded about the dry spells and our planting. The second dry spell is between May and June 2026. This longer dry spell will last between 12 to 17 days and is likely around areas like Cape Coast, Salt Pond, Takrady, Seshibekwai, and Ejura. And Ejura is critical because it's a maize-producing basket of our country. We have shorter dry spells of about 9 to 11 days that are expected in areas such as Doma Hinkro, Mim, Goso, Abetifi, Kede, Asamankesi, and Halfasini. These dry spells are important considerations for agriculture, water resource management, and fire prevention efforts. We have expected cessation of the rainy season to occur between July and August 2026. So those who want to plan outdoor events, weddings, and those things, July to August 2026. Along the East Coast, the rains are projected to end around the second week of July. In the West Coast and forest zones, cessation is expected to occur between the third week of July and the fourth week of August. The transition zone is likely to experience cessation later around the second to third weeks of August. Overall, the cessation of the major rainy season is expected to be early to normal across most areas. The length of the major rainy season in 2026, am I going too fast? The length of the major rainy seasons in 2026 is expected to be generally normal, between 100 and 130 days across most parts of southern Ghana. However, some areas are likely to experience shorter seasonal lengths, particularly Salt Pond, Cape Coast, Akachi, Akuse, and Ketekrachi. There are longer seasonal lengths expected in Halfasini along the west coast and in Seshibekwai in the forest zone. So we just give a few public preparedness and safety advisories. Members of the public are encouraged to use this forecast information to plan and reduce weather-related risk. Farmers are advised to follow guidance from crop and agric extension officers. Urban residents should clear drainage systems ahead of peak rainfall periods to reduce flood risk. Don't use the alerts we've given you to rather go and pack your rubbish in the gutter and say, oh, G-medicines you better. So we are putting it in there. Rather clear out the gutters so that we can have the gutters free for water to flow. It is important to note that the clearing of the drains and waterways is not only a civic responsibility, but a legal obligation under existing environmental bylaws. Local authorities and metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies are called upon to enforce these bylaws proactively, ensuring that households, businesses, and institutions comply with drainage maintenance requirements before the peak of the rainy season.